Aloha and welcome back to Earstravagant Adventures. I'm your host and travel agent bestie Rachel, and joining me is Katie,
Hi.
favorite travel chaos coordinator. And today we're heading to the islands to talk about Aulani, a Disney resort and spa in Hawaii. Nestled on the shores of Oahu, Aulani is a stunning blend of Disney magic and Hawaiian culture. There are no theme parks here, but don't let that fool you. From character meet and greets in Hawaiian shirts to a lazy river that winds through tropical gardens to cultural storytelling under the stars, Aulani is the perfect mix of fun, relaxation, and meaningful family time. Love
I
that.
like that.
But
Meaningful family time.
yeah, I like that. But first, thank you to our sponsor, Alonzi Travel, the ultimate family theme park experts. Planning trips can be overwhelming, but Alonzi Travel is here to make it stress-free. With our years of experience, we are your lightning lane. There's no Hawaiian thing for that. To
Oh,
hassle-free travel. We handle all the details, allowing you to focus on having fun with your loved ones. Whether you dream of the idyllic shores of Hawaii or a Disney cruise or Disneyland. We'll talk about that in a second. We've got you covered. Tailoring a trip to your family's needs. Visit alonzi-travel.com/, take the trip, all one word, for a magical adventure.
yay. Sorry about my coughing.
I did
It's just not stopping.
I didn't even hear you, so you're fine.
Well, good. All right.
So
Disclaimer. I haven't been to Aulani. Rachel has.
and mine also comes with a disclaimer. I went in 2021 when there were still
Okay.
COVID protocols in place.
Did you feel like you missed out on a lot with the COVID protocols?
No, I feel like I got a better experience because it was still limited capacity. So I,
Yeah.
I feel like my experience isn't what you would get today, but it was my husband's 40th birthday, so we wanted to do it big. So we went to Hawaii. Like we had to do the registration with Hawaii. We had to get the booster we had to have all the COVID
Mhm.
shots plus the booster, plus we had to have a COVID test within like a certain amount of time. Like we had all the things.
The
So because
whole thing.
Hawaii was incredibly strict, which, fair. I think they
Should have
had
been.
COVID really bad on the islands
Hmm.
too. So fair, but we had a lot of hoops to jump through, which you don't have
Yeah.
to do today. But I'm sure you're scratching your head, or maybe you're not. What is Aulani? Katie, what's Aulani?
Aulani is Disney's oceanfront resort, and Ko'alina, is that correct? Did I say it right?
Paulina, yeah.
Ko'alina, Oahu. It's not a theme park, no rides, but it still has that signature Disney magic, including characters. It is designed with local Hawaiian culture in mind. Imagineering did a fantastic job. Um, and it is ideal for families, multi-generational trips, and couples who love Disney but want relaxation. So, if you've ever come back from your Disney vacation, whether it's Walt Disney World, Disneyland, and you're like, I love that. That was so much fun, but I'm exhausted. Alani might be the right destination for you.
And because I've been there, I will add some anecdotes in here. Coalina is like a neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
This is what surprised me the most about it is so it's on the island of Oahu, which is where we'll talk about it, but the big airport is, the international airport is. The island's pretty small, so it's easy to get around. It was about, I don't know, 30 minutes from the airport, but you're driving through this, like, I mean, it's a multi-million
Subdivision?
dollar neighborhood. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a gated like community. Disney also billed this as like it's their portion of the island, like they're the only ones there. That is not true. There are three other resorts right next to Aulani. One of them is a Four Seasons, so obviously, very nice. But
Hmm.
in my head, had envisioned it's just a Disney resort and that's just giant beach, and that's not the case.
You thought it was more secluded
I
than,
I
yeah.
did. It is secluded. Like if you compare it to Waikiki, my gosh, it could not be more
Mhm.
different. But yeah, I thought there was going to be no other hotels.
Well, and I feel like there was a big to do a couple months back that another big resort
Mhm.
hotel chain bought the property next to Aulani.
I think it might. I think it might be the Marriott. Yeah, because there's
It's either Hilton or Marriott. I cannot remember which one.
yeah. So
Hmm.
like if you're looking at the beach, to the right is the Four Seasons. To the left a there's a big plot of land that's completely empty. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Might
And
have more neighbors soon.
I know there's a golf course across the street too. So if you're into golf, like
Hey.
it's literally within walking distance.
Well, and that's a question my husband now asks for every vacation. My husband started playing golf end of last year,
Sorry for you.
and we are going to play golf at Walt Disney World for the first time. So that's going to be fun. Yeah. I'm not. I'm going to go and take content and then I'm going to leave.
Good idea. So who do you think Aulani would be perfect for?
Everyone. Yeah. Families with kids, we have Kids Club, which is something that you included in the price of your stay,
Mhm.
Kids Club, which is something you normally only see with all-inclusive resorts. Disclaimer, it is not an all-inclusive resort. There are no
Mhm.
all-inclusive resorts in Hawaii,
Correct.
but it's kind of close, okay? Because you do have the free Kids Club, which is a huge perk. And they have a really, really cool teen club too.
Mhm.
I've heard amazing things about the teen activities. Um, Disney fans who want a quieter, more nature-based vacation, people who want the comfort of Disney level service in Hawaii, honeymooners or couples because there is an amazing spa, an
Agreed.
adult. What?
Agreed.
I don't even know what you just said.
I said agreed. I loved the
Um,
spa. I loved it.
an adult exclusive infinity pool and quiet beach coves, multi-generational families, because we can do all of this. We can bring our babies, we can bring our teenagers, we can bring us, we can bring the grandparents. Everyone is going to have a good time at Aulani.
Because Aulani is a hotel plus it's also a Disney Vacation Club resort. So they have standard rooms. Now, the only bum ski here is the standard rooms only sleep four. They don't sleep five, which is a bummer.
Yeah.
But they have deluxe studios, one bedroom, two bedroom, and three bedroom grand villas. So the one, two, three bedroom villas will have a full kitchen, a washer dryer, more than one bathroom. Occupancy will vary based on the room type, obviously. But these are nice because, like, the washer and dryer is really great. A lot of people, because you're going to Hawaii for a longer length of stay. So people like to do laundry before they come home. The deluxe studio is has a kitchenette, so it will have a toaster and a microwave and a bigger fridge, but it doesn't have like a full kitchen. I will say these rooms are outdated.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think they're due for a renovation. It's I mean, we went in 2021 and they haven't been redone since the hotel opened. So they're due.
When did Aulani open?
I don't remember, but I
Also,
will look it up.
since you have been and I have not, let's
21.
say me, my family, you know me, okay? Pretend you're my travel agent. You know that we like to do cruises and we like to do all inclusives for our
Mhm.
tropical vacation. Would you put us in a villa? Because I feel like the villa would be the choice for my family and the way we vacation.
Well, I like a villa here because you can relax,
Hmm.
but this brings up the views. So
Yeah.
we splurged with our points and we got an ocean view. I was mad about our ocean view.
Was it just like a sliver, like a lean your head and see it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I argued that it was a pool view because our balcony faced the other building. So if you've seen pictures of Aulani, you've kind of seen how it's like a gathering house in the middle and then two towers on either side
Hmm.
of the gathering house. So we were on one side of the gathering house and we looked across and there was the pool and then the other building. So I was like, oh, no, no, no. I paid for an
Yeah.
ocean view. I can see it over here, but it's like not very much. And they told me that that was an ocean view. So I would not splurge for an ocean view.
So, in the room view types, there's standard island garden, partial ocean view, and ocean view. So,
And
in
pool
my
and pool.
and pool, okay. In my mind, because I book a lot of all inclusives. If it says for an all inclusive ocean view, that just means it doesn't matter if you can lean and see the ocean, it's ocean view. But then you have ocean front, which means
Yeah.
you walk out on your balcony and you have a head on view of the ocean.
Yeah,
So
so
there's not one of those categories here.
well,
That
so
is crappy.
that's why I thought, well, okay, they have partial ocean view and they have ocean view. So partial ocean view means I can kind of see it, but ocean view means like it's most of my view.
Mhm.
So yeah, that was like one of the, you don't know until you go there. I was mad about that because it was significantly more points. And I'm like, well, I could have just had a partial ocean view
Yeah.
and saved my points. But certain island garden views will be able
Mhm.
to see the luau.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, because the luau
Yeah.
happens on the other side of one of the towers, and there's a good chunk of rooms that look out to it. So like you could enjoy the luau without paying for the luau.
So, and I'm going to assume, because I'm going to be honest, I have sent out a lot of Alani quotes. I've never booked it. No one has ever booked it. So not only have I not gone, I have not gotten to officially plan it yet, which
I've booked it several times.
ticks me off. But I'm assuming it is similar to Disneyland and Walt Disney World where you can do a room request, but it is not guaranteed. Or no.
Yeah, but I don't know those room numbers. But I mean, I would do a pool view. I liked the pool view. I liked the
Mm-hmm.
pool view because you could also see like you could see the gathering house and the sunsets behind the gathering house. So you had like a really nice sunset view and then you could
Yeah.
also kind of see the ocean. So having a pool view for me is a sweet spot.
Yeah.
Maybe
Now,
partial ocean view.
but you're not a beach ocean girl in the way that I am.
I
And so
like
like
to put my eyes on it. I don't want to
if
like be
in
in it.
fact, as you are watching right now, I am currently in Punta Cana. Okay. So just
Yeah,
establish
yeah,
that.
okay, yeah.
You're viewing this immediately after it's posted. I'm in Punta Cana. So, we had to compromise on the room location, and I don't have an ocean view at all. I have a view of the water park because that is where the preferred
No,
Butler
see,
villas
no,
were.
if I'm
And I'm
going
nervous about it
No, if
because
I'm going to a beach, I want to
yeah.
see it. So like if we
Mhm.
go when we go went to Cancun and we went to Cabo, I had to have
Yeah.
a swim up ocean view.
See, yeah, that was, we prioritized the kids not being in the same room with us over the view.
Hmm. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, the view like I want to swim up. I want my own space to put my
Mhm.
body in water and I want to see what we came here for.
All right, we went off on a tangent.
I mean, but it all ties in. And I
Yeah,
also wanted to mention the architect for Aulani is also the architect that did Animal Kingdom Lodge and Wilderness Lodge, and that is Joe Rohde.
I love Joe Erdy.
Yes. So it's
Everything he touches is gold, like everything.
no Disco Yeti. Come on,
I mean, it has problems with structural integrity.
Disco Yeti.
Like,
So not
just
not
kidding.
everything. So there's a lot of things to do at Aulani, and I kind of mentioned Waikiki. So Waikiki is on one side of the island. Colina is on the other side of the island. Waikiki is very much a tourist destination. The hotels are
Mhm.
right on top of each other. That's where you go surfing. There's like a lot of shopping and stuff to do there. So Aulani is more, like we said at the top, a destination in and of itself. So if you wanted to go to Hawaii and you didn't really want to go do anything else, you could just stay at Aulani. So why don't you tell us some of the things? I mean, there's a lot, but tell us like an overview of the things.
All right, we got Auntie's Beach House. That is the kids club that we were talking about. So it is a staffed kids club with tons of activities. Some of them that have to be pre-reserved, some of them you do not. But they are doing stuff in there all day long. There's also character meet and greets there and around the resort itself, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, Wait, you made me have to pronounce all the Hawaiian words. Like what are you doing? You set me up.
I mean, we would both be bad at this. So apologies in advance. We are obviously not Hawaiian natives. That is not our area of expertise. So we apologize in advance for any butchering of the beautiful language.
And when I say I haven't booked Aulani, I have done Hawaii trips before. So every time I meet with a client for Hawaii, it's like this. Again, I don't know how to pronounce these things, but let's try it. The Wakoli. No, that's wrong. Valley Pool
Waikolohi.
area,
Yeah, yeah.
which has a lazy river, water slides, splash zones, and a family infinity pool. The Kawa Luau, that's the luau that Rachel talked about earlier that is on property. That does need to be booked in advance.
Yes, very much so.
Obviously, beach access and a lagoon. It's the water is pretty calm there, correct?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You're not surfing.
No
Mm-mm.
surfing. But I don't think that most people would go to Alani for surfing. I could
No,
be
like I
wrong.
said, that's what you go to Waikiki to surf. There's other beaches like that's why Disney chose Koalina is because it is a calm cove.
Hmm.
So makes it family friendly. Waikiki will knock you on your booty with some of these waves. Not gonna happen at Koalina.
Character meet and greets. You've got Mickey, Minnie, Moana, Stitch running around. Any more characters?
Yeah, you also have Duffy and
Duffy?
Shelly May and the turtle
Okay,
Oahu.
that makes sense that Duffy's there because people flying in from Japan.
So yes, but Duffy is Mickey's stuffed animal.
Yep,
So Mickey travels with Duffy.
makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, but the Shelly May and then the rabbit, I don't know all the
Mhm.
names because they're popular in Tokyo, they're not popular here.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I know Duffy.
yeah, but Moana is a new one and they're in their cute Hawaiian outfits. And Goofy, and Chip and Dale, Max, I think, is one of
Donald?
them. Yeah, well, obviously Donald and Daisy. So the Fab Five or the Sensational
Yeah.
Six or whatever. Um, but they'll come out by the pool too.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, because I was floating the lazy river and there was like Goofy waving at us, and you're just chilling in the lazy river. Oh, look, it's Goofy.
Oh, you know what? It's not on the list, but, and I don't know the name of it, but they have a snorkeling pool. It is a
Oh,
pool
oh yeah. So
that you
I can
can
talk about
snorkel in.
this. I can talk about this. It's the Rainbow
I
Reef.
love snorkeling.
It's the
Like,
Rainbow
you
Reef.
know this about me.
Yes, and there's areas where you can like see into the Rainbow Reef, and it is crystal clear water, and it
Love
is freezing cold. But this is where icing on the cake. I cannot snorkel. I was having panic attacks.
you can't snorkel.
No.
I didn't know that.
No, like we went because I'm like, okay, this is a safe space because we tried it in
Yeah.
Bermuda and like my feet weren't touching the ground. It was kind of cloudy. So I'm like, maybe it's just because we're in the open
Yeah.
ocean. So Disney's a safe space. There's lifeguards. It's a pool. You have your feet on the rocky pebble bottom and then it gets deeper as you go. So I'm like, okay, great. I will stand. I couldn't do it.
Okay, this tracks because y'all know I'm not a calm person, right? Rachel pretends to be a calm person, but she's not really. You have to be calm to snorkel. You have to relax your body and just float with that face down in the water.
I
Like you
think
have to be
I,
lazy.
well, yeah, but I think I couldn't get past like, I'm gonna drown.
Yeah.
Like I
You
know
have
I'm
to
not
like
gonna drown.
trust the thing.
Yeah, I don't trust it because like the mask is on my face and you have to breathe through the tube. I
Hmm.
could not relax this way. Shoot, I told you I sat in the lazy river for like 2 hours.
You just
Simon,
have to
yeah,
be okay
I
with putting your
could
face
I
like
couldn't
that.
do it. And my husband, I
Yeah.
felt so bad because he was having a good time, and I'm like, I'll wait here. You
So
enjoy.
you've never seen the statues at Castaway Cay.
No.
My God,
And
I
I
learned
want
something
to
new about Rachel
so
today.
bad. I want to so bad, but the couple times I've
And
tried, I'm
we
just like, this is not
we
for me.
talked about this when I did my dream recap that it's hard to get out there.
Yeah.
Um, If you've never snorkeled before, Castaway Cay, it's going to be an adventure. It's a far out there,
My
and it's
husband did
not
it.
like a boat drop. A
Yeah.
boat drop is what I recommend for most people if it's your first time snorkeling.
Yeah. Like you're giving me anxiety just talking about it. So but the Rainbow Reef, like I said, it is crystal clear water.
Mm.
Like it is so well maintained and the fish in there are amazing. There's lifeguards, they make you wear life jackets. Like it is very safe. So if this is a place where you want to try snorkeling, 10 out of 10. They also have you talked about it. Um at the beach activities. So like you can rent a paddleboard and stuff. This is the Rainbow Reef is a paid activity.
Good to know.
It's not included. And the rentals, I'm saying rentals, so like the paddleboarding and stuff, you do rent them. It's not crazy expensive, but you do have to pay. And at Auntie's Beach House, also, there are some activities that are paid.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Not everything is included because once again, it's not an all-inclusive resort. I want to scream that from the rooftops because most people that come and ask me about it, they think it's an all-inclusive resort.
Yeah. But
And
the spa, their rainforest room is outside and it's beautiful. They have all the different um and they'll tell you about it. Like one's 110 degrees, one's 90 degrees, the hot
mm,
tubs, and then they have a cold pool, and it's all outside in this beautiful garden. And then you go inside and you get your massage. Obviously, the spa is pay. I say obviously, the spa is not free.
I've never been anywhere with the spa included.
Me
Never.
neither, but there that
Yeah, I
should
don't
be a thing. Like everybody should go to
yeah,
the spa.
it should.
Mhm.
It should.
But I
But is
think
it
one of
very
the go
similar
ahead.
to the rainforest rooms on the Disney cruises?
No, it's
I know
superior.
it's better. I know it's better. Yeah.
Yeah, it's better because it's out. I mean, it's outside.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to describe it because this was pre like taking videos of everything. And
Uh-huh.
I don't think I took very many pictures because there was somebody out there when I was
We
there,
need to go back.
obviously.
Yeah.
But
Put
I
that
think
on
one
our
of the
schedule
cool,
for 27.
right. One of the coolest things that Aulani does is the cultural programs. Do you want to talk about those?
So there is a ton of storytelling throughout the resort. And I think there's even one of the splash pad things is nothing but storytelling. Like the kids are supposed to go on a scavenger hunt. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Menehune. You go on a scavenger
Yeah,
hunt for
that's
the
it.
Menehune. Yeah, so there's a
Yeah.
splash pad that's full of Menehune, but you can also at I think Auntie's Beach House get like I think it's a tablet or something, and you can
Mm,
they're also all over the resort, and the
yeah.
Menehune are trickster troublemakers.
I remember that. I remember that from my training. Ukulele lessons, hula shows, hula lessons, and then I think there are nightly mo. Mm,
Moalelo.
yeah, maybe that stories where you have actual people who who live on Hawaii and I said live on Hawaii, who are from Hawaii, who work at the resort, who are
Hawaiian
telling you
natives. Yeah.
Hawaii natives. That's the word
Uh-huh.
that will tell you legends and stories about the culture of the island and Hawaii.
And they
There
also
we go.
do stargazing
Mm,
on select nights. I think they also have something with the sea turtles, maybe. The activities vary by season, but you definitely have to book these in advance. You can also book a family photo shoot. They do have PhotoPass photographers on site, and their beach, as I don't know if we've actually said, their beach is lovely. Not only is it
yes.
calm, but Disney keeps it clean. The sunset over the beach is beautiful, but they do photographers, and we all know it. We all love Disney Photo Pass photographers,
Yeah.
so um, they they do that too. So take advantage of that. Obviously, that is
Real
an
fast before we go into the tips. You know what I left off of here?
what?
Dining.
Yeah.
Tell us about the food. Tell us the best thing you ate.
Well, the only thing I'm sad about is the fancy restaurant was completely being renovated when we were there.
Oh,
So that
yeah.
one wasn't open. But I'll tell you, because we did everything else,
Mm.
of course. So the Ama Ama was the one that we couldn't do because it was being renovated, but it's beachfront. So that one is the
Oh,
one
nice.
unobstructed views of the beach, beautiful. The luau we did, and I think they've changed it since, but because of COVID, we had bento boxes of Polynesian food. So it's,
Instead of like, was it a buffet before?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or family style maybe, but
Yeah.
it was fun. You made a lei. The performances were amazing. But the food was fine. It's, you know, when you mass produce food for events, it's never the best food you've ever had, but it was fine. The Makahiki is a regular sit down restaurant for dinner, and it's the character buffet or character a la carte for breakfast. And we did both. Both were great. The red velvet waffles were delicious. The pog mimosa
Ooh.
was delicious.
Yeah.
They had Polynesian specialties. They were good. The dinner was fine. The surprise dinner that I liked was the Olelo room. So the
Hmm.
Olelo room it's just a lounge, but they have small bites. They had a
Love a small bite.
Yes, they had a cheese queso thing that was phenomenal. There,
Queso does not sound very Hawaiian to me.
no, but I mean, it wasn't like Mexican queso, but it was like some cheese.
It was just melted cheese.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but their salmon poke was very good. And then I forget what cocktail I had, but it was nice. And then there was an inside and an outside, and I was sitting outside, and they had a ukulele player out there, so it was like the vibes were great. Um,
Yeah.
Ulu Cafe is the grab and go, but also it's make your own acai. Well, again, you don't make it, but it's like a Chipotle for acai bowl. So
Ooh,
you can
fun.
customize an
You're
acai
like, I
bowl.
want that. I want that.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Or you can customize for later poke bowls. So they'll have like pre-made poke bowls. So again, it's
Hmm.
like Chipotle for poke bowls. Um, or you can just have them whip up something. I don't even remember what I had on mine, but I told the lady, like, I don't know much about poke. I don't like spicy. Help me
Yeah.
make it. It was the best poke bowl I've ever had.
That
And
sounds
I
delicious.
know, and I'm so sad I didn't have more of them because I was, raw
I
seafood struck.
hate it when we do a podcast on a destination I haven't been to yet because my fingers start itching to go book it.
Well, I'm
And
not even done yet. I'm not even done talking about all
oh,
the food.
keep going. Keep going.
So Off the Hook had grab and go stuff. So like typical stuff you get at a pool bar. This one was fine, but this is where I would always get, guys, if you take nothing away from this, this is what you're going to take away. When you get a drink, you get it in a frozen pineapple.
Yes.
Period. So mine was the frozen coconut mojito. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. But when you
I
put it
love a
in the frozen
mojito.
pineapple, it stays colder longer. And then it gets a little bit of the pineapple infused in there. So not only is your drink not melting super quickly, it also is getting a little extra flavor. Like non-negotiable, you have to get it in a frozen pineapple.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're getting a lame drink like a vodka soda or something. Don't put that in it.
Even then, you get it in a pineapple. Like you flew all this way. You flew all the way here. Do it at least
Fair.
once.
Fair. Get
Yeah.
the frozen pineapple. Okay? That's what we would order constantly from Off the Hook. Um, there's another pool bar, the Wailana pool bar. Like the pool bars are fine. They're really just there for drinks. Mama's
What about the
Snack. Hmm?
what about the Mickey snow cones?
That's second. So Mama's Snack Shop is where they have like fish and chips.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Do you like fish and chips in
I
general, though?
do. I do like fish and chips.
Okay. But they
I
weren't any good.
No, I think the oil was old.
Mm. Hmm.
Like it wasn't very good, but that's like I sh maybe the coconut battered shrimp would have been better, but the
Yeah.
fish and chips wasn't good. And I mean they have chicken tenders, so there you go, chicken tenders. But the Papalua shaved ice. Okay. Second thing you're gonna take away from this, if you don't take anything else away, it's always gonna be about food, okay? So the second thing you're gonna take away is they have a pog flavor. So they'll do
Yes.
pineapple, guava, and no, passion fruit, guava, and orange. but
Mhm.
you have to get the condensed milk on the top.
Hell yes. Like, yeah.
Otherwise, it's just a regular snow cone. You
Hmm.
gotta have the condensed milk, and that's all the food.
Well, I'm so glad I remembered because I love it when you go on a food rant, and that was super entertaining. And now I'm hungry and I want to book a trip to Aulani.
Yeah, I will say the food, like we went off site just a couple times and we were more happy with the food at Aulani. Like we went to Roy's across the street at the golf club, which is supposed to be this amazing restaurant. And for the price, like I'm like, I would have rather just stayed at Aulani.
Yeah.
So, but how about you give us, well, or do you want me to? Tips for making the
Yeah.
most of Aulani. We kind of already talked about this, so any activity, you want to book it ASAP, especially Auntie's
Mhm.
Beach House. Book early, book the luau super fast. Um, you can get grocery delivery. There's a Target close by, but honestly, like right across the street, there's a little market. There's also a coffee place over there. We went to that market and we grabbed some like Hawaiian cookies, some alcohol,
Yeah.
you know, so across the street there is a market. It's market prices. It's in this expensive community, so the
Yeah.
prices are a little more. There is a Target close by. There's also a Walmart close by, so you can get grocery delivery if that's what you want to do to save some money. Um, you can or you don't have to plan off-site adventures. So the ranch, what's it called? The Kualo Ranch where they filmed Jurassic Park. That's
Close.
on this island. The
Pearl
famous
Harbor
the Pearl Harbor. The famous beach where you can see sea turtles is here. The Dole Plantation is here. Dole Plantation is like a skip, in my opinion.
is, yeah.
But the ranch where Jurassic Park was filmed and Pearl Harbor, those are some that you could do. And like I mentioned a couple times, Waikiki, that's a very famous beach. It's beautiful, great for surfing. Um, and then we rented a car for a couple days so we could go to those places. Renting a car is very easy. I do recommend. There's some great hiking, which most of them are free, so you can take a good hike, but you need a rental car to get around.
My
Um,
biggest Hawaii tip is to have a rental car.
yes. Um, Hawaii's expensive. Don't expect this because you have this one that says budget tip, and I'm just laughing because there's no there's no really great way to do Hawaii on a budget, but
All of Hawaii is expensive. Yeah.
that's why we like Aulani. Yes, it has a higher
Mhm.
price point, but it does have free activities like movie on the lawn, scavenger hunt, the
Yes.
beach house, the water park. It's not a water park, but the
I
pool.
mean, my kids are just happy if they go somewhere with a pool and some chicken strips. Like, as sophisticated travelers as they have become, beach pool chicken strips, okay. Like, they don't have to do anything else.
Which, like, Aulani or Oahu is as active as you want to make it. So, like,
Uh,
we did two hikes. We went to see the sea turtles. We did do the Dole Plantation, which was a big bummer. We went to Waikiki, but we also just like sat at the resort for 2 days. So I wish we would have sat at the resort more, actually, hindsight. But the hiking was great. So, like, Hawaii is what you want it to be.
yeah,
Yes.
it can be relaxing or it can be an adventure trip
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
So, but Katie, why is it imperative that you book with a travel advisor for your Hawaii trip?
We've already covered a couple of these, but choosing the best room category because you want to make sure you're getting the view that you want.
Yes.
Also, distinguishing between the regular rooms and the villas and the studios and what's going to be right and fit your family.
Yes.
Um, Airport transfers, pre and post stays if you need one. We have, I'm not going to say me because I've already admitted that no one's ever booked Alani with me, but I've gotten real close. And those trips, they have talked about doing like 4 nights at Alani and a couple nights elsewhere. We can take care of all of that for you.
Island
Um,
hopping definitely is something we can help with.
Booking all of those activities. So you heard us say several times, you got to book this, you got to book this. We do all that for you. We will make sure to the best of our ability
There you go.
and availability.
There you go.
That's what happened. I tried to put those two words
Both of them
together.
together. Yeah.
Yeah, that we get all of the on resort activities that you want booked. Also, if you do want to go venture out and you want to do some excursions, if you want to go do some tours, we will book all of those for you. Package it up all nice in a nice little itinerary with local recommendations, things like the helpful tips with the grocery stores or ordering food, all of that. Package it up with a little bow from us to you. Anything to add?
And we didn't talk about this, and we don't have enough time to like super go into it, but when we went to Aulani, I live in Texas, and it's a 5 hour time difference. So something we did to help is there's like no nonstop flights. So we booked a flight to LA. We
Mhm. Of
did a night and we or 2 nights and we went to Disneyland. And then
course.
we flew to Hawaii. So that way it's a 2 hour time difference and then a 3 hour time difference. And then when we came back, we did the same thing. We stopped in Disneyland. We did 2 nights again at Disneyland, and then we came home. So it helped a lot with the time change because it is from Central Time Zone. It's a 5 hour time difference. I was still getting up at 5:30 a.m. wide-eyed, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Okay.
Yeah, we don't sleep on vacation.
Well, no, it was just like my body was awake
Yeah.
even though I wanted to be asleep. So that helped with the time change, but it also like helps with the long flight because it's a very long flight. So stopping in Disney because LAX is a huge feeder for Hawaii. So we can also help you with pre-post Disneyland stays and logistics and all that stuff because it is like a 5 hour time difference is significant. 2 hours to
Mhm.
LA, whatever. But five, I don't know. It's a little harder.
Yeah. That's rough. That's why we haven't made that trip yet. That's the big thing.
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
but now you know how to do it. You stop in
Yeah.
Disneyland. Maybe you just do Disneyland for a night and then you go and then you come back.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect Disney sandwich.
I love a Disney sandwich.
Yes. So when you're ready to visit Aulani, I love Aulani. I think it's beautiful, wonderful, fantastic. Highly recommend. When you're ready to visit Aulani, our information is in the link in our show notes. Hit either one of us up. Katie did book an amazing trip to Hawaii. It didn't include Aulani, but it was a very extensive trip. So she does have Hawaii
I know
experience.
Hawaii. Just, I swear, no one ever books it. They ask for it, they don't book it. Someone book Aulani with me.
Yeah, I think people just don't realize how expensive Aulani is.
Yeah. Well, and I don't think it's that. I honestly think it's the flight. I think because most of my clients, are moms and we are planning for families with little ones and they sit down and they're like, "You know what? Let's just go back to Walt Disney World." Like that's what normally ends up happening.
The flight is a
So,
lot. So when
yeah.
you're ready, hit us up. We can't wait to work with you. And next time, Katie's going to tell us all about Punta Cana.
Where I am right now.
Yay! Until next time, bye.
Bye.